Welcome to episode 15 of Stream Roulette. I'm Steph Broadbridge and I'm here with Daniel Towns. Hello.
Hello.
And this week we watched Bling Empire.
Did it shine? Did it sparkle?
It blinged like crazy.
Let's find out. All right. Welcome back to another episode of Stream Roulette. I'm Daniel Towns here with Steph. How are you, Steph?
Hello, I'm good. Still a bit sick.
Still sick?
Yes, I can't
right.
kick it.
Okay, well, it was only when did I see you last? 2 days ago.
Yeah, I've had it for a week though.
Tight turnaround. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
You seem more energetic than I am.
Oh, well.
Yeah, you seem like switched on, ready to go, and I'm kind of just like,
I'm highly caffeinated.
Yeah, right. I had third coffee today, and I've got to say afterwards I was...
The shaky hands?
Yeah, very jittery.
Yes. Do you get those on stage after caffeine?
No, I've never had coffee that late.
Oh.
I never drink. I usually don't have any after 12. I
That's
cut it right
good.
down to one a day.
Really?
Yeah, and then the last couple of days I've had 3,
Just for fun.
Yeah, well, it's kind of like, I'm half asleep, I'll have a coffee, and then you have it, and it's like, it's only the first one I really enjoy. After that, it's just like, I'm giving myself bad breath for nothing. I have it, I brush my teeth, yeah.
Yeah, true.
What kind of coffee do you drink?
I'm a soy girl.
Oh, no, but look, what's that, just a flat white?
Just a soy flat white.
Soy, yeah, right, okay. Standard, classic, that's what I get, it's flat white.
Basic bitch coffee.
But that's not basic.
It's pretty basic.
No way, that's an OG coffee. Like a flat white, the only thing you'll bitch that up with is the soy.
Yeah.
I think, if you want to talk basic coffees, it's, the skinny things and lattes and
Yeah.
popular stylish drinks. There's no glamour to a flat white. And
true.
soy milk's definitely not glamorous. Flat whites are missionary. They are. That's not exciting.
That's true. And soy milk brings it up to doggy style.
Does it? I'd say
I think so.
I'd say it.
It's like the second lamest sex position.
The second.
Yeah. Caramel drips like reverse cowgirl.
All right,
Where to start?
we found something for you to run with.
Woo!
That's good. No, but yeah, I don't know. I've tried. I don't know the difference. I mean, cappuccino is how I got into it, but I think that was just the chocolate.
It was Gloria Jeans for me.
Really?
Those with the syrups.
Oh yeah, I remember
Making it
those.
like a milkshake, like a hot
they were
milkshake.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
I remember someone I used to work with used to would go to Gloria Jeans every day and
Yep.
stopped that pretty quickly though. I feel like that didn't. I mean, they're still everywhere, but it's no one's priority for coffee.
No, that's true. They're all right. I think they're still in airports.
Yeah.
They do all right in airports.
They're in suburbs still, in shopping centres, I'm sure. Yeah. And I think there's a lot of coffee clubs in... It's probably who's got the deal with the... either Westfield or Centro or whoever's owns the malls and whatnot. Because I know in a lot of regional places, which are Centros, there's a coffee club. But some Gloria Jeans are kind of standalone. Or they're outside in strip mall type things, those car park.
They're franchise.
Yeah. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
It's so bad. You
not
can't
great.
believe coffee can be that bad. And then Starbucks went, fucking hold my beer. I hate using that line, but...
Yeah. I like Gloria Jeans taste gross, but Starbucks tastes like nothing.
The first time I had Starbucks, it was a flat white and the paddle pop stick, to test it because it was so thick. It stood up.
Yeah,
And it took a while to fall and hit the side of the cup. It was so good. I've only ever had one of them. It was so bad.
Just give me indigestion. Don't worry about the coffee.
After that, I wouldn't even get a straight black one there.
Really?
No, it's just I don't...
An Americana?
Maybe it was the whole... No, I had to drink Americanas in the UK when I first went there because it was impossible to get a good coffee. There was a place... there was a place in Covent Garden or 2 places that sold flat whites that were run by Australians or Kiwis. One of them was called Flat White.
Yeah.
And then there was a BB muffin chain, which was from New Zealand, but they had a couple of places over there. I remember there was one in Newcastle. It was so hard to find. So I just don't like Americanos, drip coffee.
No?
Nah.
So are you on the extra coffees because you got your festival show at the moment?
I don't know.
How's it going?
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah, it was, yeah.
You did your first one?
Yeah, look, like any first, I'm happy with how it went, but there's always going to be,
Yeah.
room for...
This is all new jokes you wrote, right?
Yeah,
Far
majority. And the ones that aren't are like stuff that didn't work. But they still, like, they either fit or there's relevance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, but it's still very, like, it's pretty loose.
That's all right.
Like
That's
last
fun.
night. Yeah, no, well, that's it. It was fun. And because some of the topics are a bit more serious, like I said to myself, that you just got to at least be fun. Because if you're serious when you're talking about this, it's going to make the room serious. And the subject matter's already serious, So, like, you have to make it fun.
What time are you? Are you late?
8:15.
Okay, that's all right.
I feel like the
You
weekend...
don't want a 4:45, like, still daylight one.
No, I feel like a weekend would be harder because, I mean, those people are... Not those people. That sounds really... Weekend
What a
people.
segue.
Weekend people. No, but it's generally had a few drinks and, like, it's a bit more of a shock to the... Oh, what? I thought
Yeah. I thought this was going to be a fun night out.
Yeah, not a fun night out where I have to think.
Yeah. No, you want to think in a festival show.
But... Yeah, but you're looking at that from your perspective.
I am.
Like a inside perspective. Like I'm looking at it from a Saturday night perspective with however many Sydney comedy festivals have been under my belt. Like it's just for some Saturday, Friday.
I've done one solo show. I think I'd know.
Actually,
I think I know everything. I've done one show.
yeah.
All right. Should we get into the show for this week?
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying not talking about it because I don't really know.
You didn't like it?
So I just look. I don't have much to say.
All right.
It's not that I didn't look. We can do this easily. But all right. I didn't anything it. Like I didn't enjoy it at all. Okay. Like neither of us enjoyed it. It looked good. It was very shiny.
It's so shiny. I had to turn the contrast down on my computer.
Yeah. Oh no, I meant just the ad for it.
Oh,
like
okay.
That photo. It's like, oh wow, and it is big production. Like it's big money, obviously, Bling Empire. But the show itself is.
Should I do the little spiel?
Oh yeah, go.
Just in case you haven't seen it, Bling Empire, wildly wealthy Asian and Asian American fun seekers go all out with parties, glamour, and drama in Los Angeles. So it's essentially like Crazy Rich Asians, but real life.
Yeah, and he even says that at the start.
Yeah.
Like when I saw Crazy Rich Asians, I didn't think it was real, and then you met those people, and turns out it did. How many did you watch?
Okay, so I watched all of season 1.
Jeez, really?
4 episodes of season 2.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
I didn't hate it.
Oh.
I didn't like it, but it also like kept sucking me in with the little cliffhangers at the end. I was caught up in the drama.
Well, really? The first episode, what was the cliffhanger at the first episode? Because I can't remember it, but I remember thinking that, like we even said it, like that's not a cliffhanger. That's not even enough for an ad break.
I think it was like Christine and Anna were having a fight.
Yeah, I remember one of them got the same necklace as the other one. She got some high jewellery.
Christine. I had to Google what high jewellery was. I'd never heard of it.
I just assumed it's like high fashion.
So it's like one-off pieces.
One-off?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That's the difference between that and exclusive.
So the people in this Bling Empire, they're extremely, like, billionaires, right? Like, we're talking...
Well, that's what I was thinking, but no, none of them are billionaires.
Didn't the first guy say he was a billionaire or from a billionaire family?
Yeah, so they were like...
A billionaire family?
Yeah.
So he's just a rich kid?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The most money any of them were worth was $600 million.
I mean,
which is still
that
like,
all?
No. Like that's spa clothes.
Yeah, no,
but like it went down after that. Like one guy was, and not including like the dumb hot model guy.
Yeah, what's
Kevin.
he worth?
Well, they don't say, but
And what's his
I
name?
think
Kevin.
he's in debt. Kevin.
Well, he's in it for the eye candy.
He's so hot.
He was hot. Like, he's a good-looking guy, isn't he? Like, even when he had his shirt off and he was just trying on that other dude's underwear.
Oh, my God. My first boyfriend was Korean, and this was like really bringing shit up for me.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, he was a... Yeah,
I was like, oh, my God.
He was a very good-looking guy, I could say. I would
and tall. So tall.
He was quite tall.
So that was hot Kevin. So dumb. But anyway, yeah, so he doesn't count because he's not considered one of the rich guys. But even like the richest... Like some of the rich girls were only, sounds so crazy, only worth like $5 million, but that's not that much.
That's not crazy when you think Chriselle and those in the
Yeah.
other show, they're worth that.
They couldn't even afford one of those houses, you know?
Yeah, like that's, yeah. That's not that rich. And they're getting
No.
custom-made jewellery?
No. So she's worth 100,000. Sorry, she's worth $100 million.
Okay.
Her and her husband, who that freaked me out. The husband, because he's a doctor and also from like a dynasty, like an Asian dynasty.
Is he really?
So imagine being from like a dynasty and still having to be a doctor.
Maybe it's... Yeah. Oh.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh,
Maybe there's that expectation.
yeah,
there.
totally. But like, that's crazy, right?
Well, can I just say, using that as a platform, and that's pretty much why I didn't enjoy the show, I feel like it was held back by this is going to be so hard to say.
What?
Like, look, culturally, put it this way, it was everything I'd expect
Yeah.
from... Oh, this is going to... I don't know how to say this in a way that's not going to sound like... It's like... Obviously, everyone in the show is Asian, right?
Yes.
And it was exactly... It wasn't wild. It wasn't crazy. It wasn't anything. It was
No.
exactly how I'd expect a bunch of rich people that were well-behaved, who were still aware that their whole family was alive and they were representing all of them
Yeah.
to behave on television if they had a lot of money. It was boring. It was fucking boring.
Oh,
The drama at the end of it was like, oh, really? That's not even an advert. I mean, I'm glad you enjoyed it, but me personally...
I thought the dramatic irony was really subtle, and that's what I liked about it.
But is that part of the show, or is that something that was...
Yeah, I feel like that's part of the show.
Really? I mean, I'm glad
Yeah.
you've got a different take on it, and I was hoping you did,
Because
that's pretty much all I've got to say about it.
Well, first of all, I don't think I learned a single thing about Asian culture watching this show.
But it was even just what they were spending money on. It was boring. Like, it was just, like you've seen Ronnie's bit, like talking about, like, like he's got the bit about wealth and Asian people getting money and I hope you get rich. And
Yeah.
like all that stuff, like the envelope and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like, it was all...
Prosperity.
Yeah, like everything in it was like, oh, great. Like, I'm all for seeing that. But,
Yeah.
But I want to see the ridiculous excess that goes with it. Like, if that was an American show, like, there'd be trash with, like, just, there'd
You
be
didn't
like...
think that was extravagant wealth?
But that's all it was. They were well behaved and boring. Like, it was, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like putting cameras on rich people. Like, you put cameras on rich white people eating a steak in a nice restaurant. Like, that's boring. I want to see...
I just got a sense that every single one of them was so sad.
Oh, I'm sure they were.
But that was kind of intriguing for me because they weren't trying to give off sad. They were trying to give off successful. But underneath it, you could see the real sadness in their eyes. Like, they all had, like, they all wanted to be loved and they all wanted their family
and that's definitely
to
why they're doing
appreciate them and value them and all those things. And it was like you could just see it all through all the seams of the show. And I got really addicted to the underlying sadness and depression.
I judged it totally on the surface.
Well, fair enough.
I was just like, this isn't...
That's what they wanted you to do. That's the whole show.
Yeah.
Which is very like typical of, I don't know about all Asian culture, but like 'cause my grandmother is Chinese, well, was Chinese,
Yeah.
she's dead, but that's very much a Chinese thing, is for everything to be surface level, everything has to look good. It doesn't matter about the underneath. So for them to be behaving in that way was, I guess, very sort of typical.
And that's what I meant, where it's like everything I'd expect culturally.
Christine, the one that was like the one that was having the fight and wore the necklace that was the same as the other woman's.
Yeah.
She reminded me the most of my grandmother.
Really?
Yeah, just like constantly asking how much something costs. And
Oh, so she was the second one to own the necklace then. She was the one that cared about wealth as opposed to...
yeah, and just like so blatant. Just like, oh, how much is that? Is that Dolce & Gabbana? Like just constantly finding out how much everything costs and what it was worth and how much money they make and what their family did. And that was my grandmother.
Like, I felt like something out of the ordinary for them in that show, like something wild behaviour for them would be like, oh yeah, let's try doggy style tonight. Like what you said before, it's the most second boring or whatever. Like, I think that for them...
Did you get up to the episode where they found a penis pump in the shower? They threw it out a window?
I only watched one and a bit episodes. I was so bored. I had time. I even went today. I was like, I'm going to watch another one. And I started and I went, I think
it got better.
Really?
Yes.
It really didn't...
And it's crazy. I'm like following 3 of them on Instagram now.
Really?
Yes.
And what do they post on Instagram?
You know, photos of themselves in really expensive outfits, but like I'm like obsessed with them.
Really?
I love Anna. She was crazy. I love her. She was the older lady. She's like 60. She had the blonde hair. She's like
the one
half
with $100
Russian, I
million?
think.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was.
Yeah.
I did like her. Yeah. She was very stern.
So she became like a huge part of the show.
But she was very manipulative as well, even in the first.
So manipulative.
She's saying she didn't care about things, but it was obvious she did, and she was just.
Yeah. So I don't care about things in my $20 million house.
Yeah. She was there. Yeah. She was all right. She was good, but yeah, the rest of it. I mean, it was what it was.
I liked Kane too. Kane was the really, really Botoxed guy.
Was he the guy with all the shoes?
Yeah, with all the
first
shoes.
Episode? Yeah.
He was funny.
Yeah.
I liked him. He had some, like, he was like starting fires and then he'd just be like, ooh, drama, and like run off.
I felt like sometimes in the commentary, though, when they were doing the camera stuff, he was trying to say stuff that was, he's like, oh my God, and there's drama between those two.
Yeah.
It's not drama. She's got the same necklace.
Him and Kelly was the one that was dating the Power Ranger.
Yeah.
They were the ones that pitched the show initially.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. One of them's a Power Ranger.
Yeah.
I actually did find that quite funny when it was like she was trying to justify like him
That
being a Power Ranger. Though. Like it was like, he's an actor. He was a Power Ranger. Oh, no, they should keep his helmet off. I mean, look at him.
So,
like it was,
so that was like this fully like destructive, like brutal relationship that was just being like displayed on TV. I thought it was very honest.
What, there too? What happened with them two?
Well, so he's like he was very emotionally abusive.
To her?
To her, like quite openly.
On the show?
With cameras. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sounds like I missed some drama.
Yeah, there's like heaps of stuff happen.
Should have mighty
You just got the intro.
He should have morphed into a nice guy.
Yeah, well, he did. That's how he got
job.
away with it.
So what, he even got away with it?
Yeah, so he was like, they were together for like most of the season.
And what, they're not together anymore?
Well, in season 2, they're not together.
Oh, who cares if you spoil this? Yeah, well, good on her for getting out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about him. Yeah, I just found it. Yeah. So.
You didn't like it?
No, I really didn't.
Yeah.
Like I really just couldn't get into it, and I'm all for it. Like I'm all for, especially with this, like going into the shows with this podcast in mind. Of, all right, whatever we get.
Yeah.
Like,
We got to watch it.
And I was like, give me some trash. Maybe my expectations were too high.
Yeah, so you wanted more like hair pulling, like drama, like American trash, and it didn't really deliver on that. It was kind of like I get what you're saying. Everyone was well behaved.
Yeah, no, maybe not Jerry Springer, but just a bit more. Like even I think I'd probably enjoy like a Kardashian type show more than that.
Yeah. See, that I prefer when they're like trying to seem like their life's really good, and then you can like see under the surface that everything's falling apart and that they're just playing this crazy part trying to convince everyone. That's my reality TV, like perfection.
Well, I think at the end of the day, they're all still there, and they're there probably for the money. But like, so how much?
So Anna, the really rich woman, what the fuck's she going to do with that money? Do you know what I mean? Like, she's not there for the money.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, what are they there for then?
That's what I mean. It's so weird. Like, I just can't imagine having that much money and then also needing to be on a reality TV show. Like, that's crazy.
Oh, it's probably like every comedian that hangs out and has a little bit of funny conversation. Then one of them says, "Oh, we should do a podcast." You know, like I'm sure that they'll probably sitting around having a chat and said, "We should film this."
We should do a podcast. But also, like, honestly, can you tell me if you were earning enough money and you had like heaps, like millions of dollars, you would have been like, I need to do a podcast?
If I had $100 million,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably still be doing. I'd still be doing stream roulette.
Yeah.
It depends. Did I make the money from comedy, or are we talking something else? Like, am I?
You were born with it.
If I was born with, look, that's a hard one to say. Probably not.
Yeah.
Because I'd be
you'd have nothing to say.
Yeah, and no experience. But like, if it just came to me now, then yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Even more so, I'd probably step it up because I would never need to work again. Like unless I wanted to. So everything I did could be like fun passion projects like these.
Yeah, it didn't go into their jobs at all, which was interesting.
Probably because it's their parents' money. No, I don't know.
But some of them had jobs. They didn't talk about it.
That's true.
Like, you never saw them working, really, except the Instagram influencer. And by working, she was getting photos taken.
What does she say? What does she do to influence?
She takes photos of herself.
Models.
Yeah, in clothes.
Yeah, right. Well, good on her. And what was she worth?
She was worth, like, I think 50 million. But that wasn't from Instagram.
Oh, okay. That was prior to...
she was earning like $40,000 a month from Instagram.
I mean, the thing to me, and especially now that you say the fact that how much a month?
40,000.
Yeah, right. The fact
And
that
they
she's
were
in-
making fun of it on the show. They were like, that's like one flight. I'm like, what? How is that one flight?
Yeah, that's like every flight I've ever been on.
That's like 2 years' salary for me.
Yeah, I just feel like it was. Sorry, I'm shaking my head.
Yeah.
People on a podcast can't see that. Oh yeah, look, I lost it. I lost the train of thought.
They did one episode that I wish you'd seen was when they did like a plastic surgery party. That was crazy.
Oh really? What did they do? Had more work done.
So yeah, so you could go in. So you went to this party. It was like an underground. They called it like a leather party, I think. Oh,
Yeah.
maybe they're different things. But anyway, it was like a plastic surgery party. So there was like a chair that would like tighten your like pelvic floor.
Yeah.
Like Kegel exercises in a chair, and it was literally just a vibrating chair. And then they had one that was like you could get free Botox as you entered. Just like crazy stuff.
That is quite crazy.
Imagine going to a party like that. That's so weird. Like all dressed up, and then you're like sitting in a chair, and like you've got your like skirt up, and they're like massaging your butt
Yeah, that is
with
weird.
a machine.
Yeah, that is really weird.
And that was just, they were all just like, oh, this is fun. I'm like, this is insane. This is not how people behave.
Yeah, but then they don't know what normal is, I suppose, when they've never done anything.
Yeah, but to
Yeah.
me that's fascinating because like just walking, like imagine being in a world where that's normal.
I think, like, obviously because they're doing the TV show too, and one of them being an influencer or more of them, you can assume that they want to be famous.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's the saddest thing about, like, if I haven't even watched enough of the show to realise this, but this actually I find quite amusing right now, just having this thought. Like, they have all that money
Yeah.
and they're clearly not happy and
Yeah,
they want more.
exactly.
They want to be famous. Like,
Exactly.
They want, and it's like...
That was what I loved about the show.
But they have no talent, so they're just pursuing fame by showing their wealth.
Well, they may have talent, but they haven't nurtured any talent. They
Yeah, they
haven't
haven't-
discovered anything.
Yeah, they haven't done anything.
No, they've
They're not
just
out
done
making
first
music
thought.
And, yeah,
Yeah, but one of them was a DJ.
was.
Is a DJ that she wasn't from money, she made money.
All right. Good on her then. That's
Yeah.
good. I like that.
She's a famous DJ.
Yeah, right, what's her name?
Kim
Is it
something, Kim
Spinderella?
Lee or something.
Oh, she's from Salt and Pepper. You remember them? You remember Salt and Pepper, don't
Her
you?
name's Left Eye.
Left eye, rest in peace.
I don't know. I liked it. I liked the show. I liked the characters.
Well, that's good. I mean, I'm glad you did, because I was just like...
But I also hated it. Like, it's one of those reality TV shows, yeah, you just feel dirty after watching them. Like, I feel dumber.
But I wish I had that. Like, I wish I got an emotional response from it, as opposed to just like, meh.
I'm going
Like-
to finish it when I get home.
Like, I'm not pumped up talking about it. Like, it was just
Yeah.
like, meh. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. I liked I also liked the Chinese New Year stuff, and because that's how I grew up with that
Well,
stuff.
Look, all that stuff was interesting. And, like, that house in the beginning was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, that dinner party.
Yeah.
It's like, that's nicer than, obviously, if they've got that much money, but it's like, that's nicer than any, like, you know.
And it's just like a Tuesday.
I've been to some nice restaurants. I've been
Yeah.
to sushi places where it's not on a train. No, you know what I mean? Like, even in, like, really nice hotels or whatever, like, I've never seen that kind of dining room set up like that long.
Yeah,
Even
one
private
server
dining
per
rooms.
person.
That was
per
a bit
guest.
of a wank.
Yeah.
That was a massive, like, that was a bit of a flex, wasn't it? You don't need that.
Well, I
For
don't
starters,
know.
you could have one server for every two people, because every server has two hands.
It'd be a
So-
good gig if you're the server.
Well, yeah.
That
'cause
ratio is great.
Oh, and you're getting a gig for all your friends, whoever got that first. you
Yeah.
know, but then, imagine being there. They'd all be there. Like, imagine them backstage or in the kitchen, whatever, going,
Yeah.
what are we all here for? This is fucking stupid. They
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
need all
yeah,
of us. Like, one of us can do this. Just shut up and take the money, dickhead. It's an easy gig. Just,
I don't know. I reckon they're all actors and they're all trying to get to be the server of the person who the show's about. So they're all just fighting over who's going to be Anna's server so they can get some screen time.
I'd like
Because
to.
all those waiters and caterers are all like, it's in LA, right? So they're all secretly want to be actors.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. It must
And they're
be-
on a reality TV show. So like they're definitely like calling their agent trying to get that catering gig.
I feel like where reality TV sits now, because some of them, and I guess this is the problem, you can say this about general TV too, some of it's great.
Yeah.
A lot of it is shit.
Yeah.
And that's like reality. Like when they get the formula right.
Yeah.
But I also feel like unless it's like, you know, your Survivors and your Great Races or whatever they are, like those ones that have like
the game element.
Those ones you can repeat and change the location because it's a different location. It's a different cast of like either known people or whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it's interesting enough to change. But I feel like the ones with normals, like normal people, like it's not.
Would you describe these guys as normal?
Well, they're normal in the sense that they're not used to being in the public eye. They're not performers. They don't know how to. There's nothing interesting about them.
Thanks so much for listening to the episode, guys. We'd love to know what you think of the TV shows that we're reviewing, so you can hit us up on any of the social media platforms. It's Stream Roulette Podcast. We're on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And feel free to let us know what you think of our show too. Like, don't just hold back on the TV shows. And if you really like the show, we've also got a Patreon where we're putting out 2 bonus episodes a month. And it's in the same lane, but it's called Guilty Pleasures. So instead of letting them choose, Steph will choose a show that she loves secretly that I haven't seen, and vice versa. And we have to subject the other one to watch that. So if that seems like something you'd be into, check out the Patreon. That's just Stream Roulette over on the old Patreon website.
And don't you have a podcast coming up?
I do, actually. I'm bringing mine back out. That's the Daniel Towns podcast. So thank you for letting me throw that in there. And also, if you are enjoying this Stream Roulette podcast with myself and Steph, please feel free to leave us a review on iTunes, because that's how these things grow and climb, and that's what we're here for. But anyway, this is enough of this. Let's get back to the episode, shall we?
Done.
Nothing interesting about
like
them.
not performers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
okay.
Or they're not like people that run and exercise and they want to do the great, amazing race or whatever it's called, you know, and they train 50, like there's nothing to it except for money. They haven't.
See, I liked that because to me that was like looking into their lives.
I think it just shows
that.
the amount of effort they're prepared to go in to get famous, which is bare minimum. What's the bare minimum? Like with their money, they could make a movie.
Yeah, but then
they could hire the people that made Crazy Rich Asians to write an actual funny movie about them and then become a myth as opposed to just a boring fucking... You know what I mean? Like they clearly want to be famous.
But I don't think it's about the fame. I think it's about being popular for being you. I think that's what the addiction is. So it's about the validation that you are enough.
Yeah, but like...
So playing a character doesn't work. Because if you've got a talent, then your self-worth comes from your ability to do the talent really well.
Yeah.
But if you
that's smart.
aren't linked to a talent, then the social media fame, influencer fame, it's like who I am is being acknowledged.
I think you are 100% right.
Yeah.
And I also think that most people that have managed to succeed doing that are too stupid to realise that that's why they're doing it.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know. Like I didn't realise it till you said it.
Really?
Like, that makes massive sense. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I assumed.
Yeah, no, I would assume they don't know. No, that's really insightful.
Oh, okay.
That's very clever.
Look at me.
No, that's really that makes massive sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's linked to you as a person, which is why you're so upset when there's haters and all that shit.
But I just look at it as they've got no talent. Like.
Yeah, but you have a talent, so you can't see it from that perspective.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but anyway, it got a bit real. Sorry.
No, that's all right. No, it's good. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. So, is there anything else that you saw, or?
No, I love the show. Oh, I was going to ask you if you knew what your Chinese sign was.
I think I do. I think it's the monkey. I mean, I'm 1980.
I don't know them off the top of my head.
There's my age.
Well, I am a dog.
Yeah.
And my Chinese horoscope told me this year that I was going to be successful but not have any money.
Yeah. And
so far that has been extremely true.
That's all right. That's good. Welcome to the art.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm really into like the Chinese horoscope stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But not because of my Asian heritage, just because I'm an idiot.
Oh, it's good. Like it's interesting. Like
Yeah.
and, you know, the Chinese New Year thing in Sydney is great. Like
Yeah.
when they
Yeah,
they
and
shut
it was
down George
actually
Street
nice. it was nice seeing like the Asian culture being celebrated because like with my dad, like because he's half, right?
Yeah.
So and it like he's older, so you kind of hid the fact that you were Chinese.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about my Chinese relatives really because they totally in denial that they even have any like Chinese heritage.
Yeah, right. That sucks.
Because it was white. You had to be white.
I couldn't believe it when I was in Hong Kong how many like skin whitening products there are.
Yeah, I know. The girls in like the models look like a young version of me
Like,
because
it's
I have
insane.
slight Asian features, but I'm very fair. And like a lot of the girls that were like modeling
It's a different
stuff.
kind of fair to you though.
It's like white.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's really white though.
Yeah.
Like,
But if I'd never seen any sun, that's what color my skin will be.
or did you know that the skin is actually all the same color?
What do you mean?
Well, like your skin's just grey.
Grey?
Yeah.
And is it light reflection?
Yeah, it's melanin.
Ah.
So like that's why when it when it flakes off or crusts up, that's what color your skin is. But it's just melanin and light.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, there you go. There you go. So everyone does have the same.
Yeah,
coloured
everyone
skin.
had umbrellas as well in Hong Kong. In
Yeah,
the sun.
they did. I remember that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like, the sun's a big no-no. But you even see that here at the beach. You know,
I-
a lot of hats and a lot of
I tried to buy spray tan in Hong Kong
yeah.
because I was what do you call it? Yeah, fake tanning lotion
Yeah.
because I was going back to Sydney after I'd been in Edinburgh for 2 weeks and I just went to Hong Kong for like a couple of days. So I was
Yeah.
white and it was the middle of summer. So I tried to I could not buy spray tan anywhere in Hong Kong because it just looks at me like I was insane.
It's buying pharmaceuticals or that kind of stuff in another country is weird if you don't speak the language. You're just looking for bottle shapes and things you can identify. It's like, is that moisturizer or shampoo? I
Yeah,
can't tell.
but also no one in Hong Kong has ever wanted to make their skin darker.
Oh, no, of
like I
course
was
not.
the first person to ever even ask for that product.
Well, maybe you could introduce it there and go, hey, you can have,
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. That is, Hong Kong, what a great place.
I loved
What a
it.
great place.
Oh my God, I loved it. I wanted to live there.
Oh, it was one of those cities, like I've been to Singapore a bunch of times, but in this trip I went to Singapore for a week and Hong Kong for a week and went to Singapore second, thank God, because Hong Kong was it's one of those cities, when you get off, like either out of the airport in some cities or you get off the train at their central station and you can just feel the energy. Like you can just feel it in the air. Like Hong Kong has that. Like some cities just
Definitely.
have it. Like Hong Kong, Barcelona, Amsterdam, London, Paris, like big cities. And like others are just like Singapore does not have that. Singapore feels like walking through an outdoor hospital.
Really?
Like, it's so...
I've never been to Singapore outside the airport.
It's nice. The food there is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The people there are friendly. Everything's super clean and great. But like
Yeah.
everything just like works and is clean and great and good and like there's like it's really clean and it's kind of like feels super clinical or like being inside a library.
Yeah, right.
Like there's trouble that happens there obviously, but then
Yeah.
also because the punishment for things are so big, like anyone that's taken those kind of risks, it's like at a much bigger level than just some darrow on the street. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah,
like
yeah.
that element doesn't seem to be there. There's no random...
Yeah, right.
You're not going to worry about a coward punch, I don't think. Or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure crime.
You must have been so tall in Hong Kong.
Yeah, I really was.
Because I was really tall in Hong
Yeah,
Kong and
I
I'm
really
only like
was.
5'9".
It's quite funny too because I was Jen at the time and her mum said to her, like, keep an eye on him over there. She's like, I trust him. She goes, I don't trust Chinese women. And she's Chinese.
Wow.
It was quite funny. And like, I've never had that kind of attention before.
Oh, yeah. No, that is my biggest fear, that my dad is going to find an Asian wife and remarry and give her all of his money.
Oh, really? I couldn't, like...
Because he will believe it. He'll like totally believe that some 23-year-old woman is in love with him for him. Like,
yeah, but I was younger. So to me, it was plausible. Even more, like, we went to that, what's that, the red light district there?
I don't know.
Or whatever it's called.
I didn't go there.
Look, you
I
can
went
check...
for Yum-Cha and got my nails done.
You can check with the people that I went with. It was for a comedy festival.
Yeah,
So
sure.
you can ask. Anyway, like the people that took us there, it was a bunch of local comics.
Yeah.
And I was getting a lot of the attention. And it's like, they're the ones with the money. But because I was the white guy,
Yeah, it was assumed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got stopped by people on the street because I was holding a camera and I had on a Super Mario t-shirt.
Yeah.
I was stopped by two cute girls and I was like, this has never happened to me before. No, I loved it. The food there was so good. And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and just the energy. Like,
And the hours as well. Everything's open really late.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked that.
Well, Dubai's open really late, but there it just feels like, It'd be like if a regional town was open really late.
Yeah, right.
Like Dubai is busy and there's stuff there, but everything's so far apart. Like from the hotel I was in, it was like, all right, I want some food. Oh, it's 1.5 kilometers to the nearest.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's a big block of dirt next to a massive hotel, and it's not very built up. Yeah. All right.
All right.
So
Next week,
next week, well, to start off with,
I vetoed one.
you vetoed one, and that's a shame too because I was actually looking forward to it. Suicide Squad.
You were not.
No, I wasn't actually. I wasn't at all.
Suicide Squad, the Margot Robbie movie, right?
Yeah.
I want to see it.
You don't?
No, it's like 2 hours. It's over 2 hours long, and
That
I've
is
heard that it's bad, and it's got actors in it that I like, and I don't want to see.
Who's in it? Is that the one with Jared Leto?
Yeah, I don't know. Just Idris Elba.
Oh yeah, right. He's in it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. It looks bad.
Did they do one of those with Will Smith?
Want to what?
A Suicide Squad.
I don't know.
Was Will Smith in a Suicide Squad movie?
Maybe.
Oh, let's find that out later. Yeah, no, all right. Yeah, no, I'm not interested. I like the Suicide Squad episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah.
That was funny. So
yeah.
all right, so you're down to 2 vetoes now then, because you had 3.
No, I had 2.
You had 2, but you said
Yeah.
you finished a season of...
Oh, does that count?
Yeah. You've
All
said you
right. Well, then,
finished
yeah,
season.
I've got. Okay, so yeah, I'll burn one for Suicide Squad because screw that. So,
okay, so
what are we watching instead?
So the second one, hang on, I took a photo of it. It's Our Father, which is another movie, and it comes in at 1 hour and 37 minutes.
See, that's a much better time.
Yeah, well, wait till you hear the plot. A fertility doctor secretly using his own sperm, a donor-conceived woman looking for connections, and the rising horror of finding sibling after sibling.
Oh my God,
So this one's about to get fucked up.
that sounds amazing.
Is it true? Is it based on a true story?
I don't know.
It sounds fucked up
I think it's
enough.
true. It's
I
a
don't-
documentary.
Could anyone... Is it a documentary? After Woman's director.
Yeah, it's a documentary. I'm pretty sure.
Is Our Father based on a true story? Yes. Oh, my God. I mean, at least that makes it... Oh, fuck. I was going to say
So much
interesting. No, it definitely makes it so much worse. But I don't think
I don't know. I think it's worse if you imagined that idea.
I was just
and
about to
pitched
say
it
I'd have serious questions about someone that wrote that. Yeah, like some things you can only...
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
All right. Cool.
So
I'm down.
We're in for some more... Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
I wonder how many jizz references there are going to be in this next episode.
Yeah. Let's find out.
See you later.
Bye.